All right, so 21 Savage's nephew dies by suicide after accidentally shooting his sister. Seven Shirley allegedly bought the gun on the street for $200 after his best friend was shot. The family of Seven Shirley, a 14-year-old described as a nephew of rapper 21 Savage, is calling for community action after a tragedy in Stockbridge, Georgia claimed the boy's life and left his 12-year-old sister hospitalized. So it's a lot of different ways we can, attack this conversation. But first off, that's sad. You know what I mean? That's 14-year-old. You know what I mean? But
Mm.
just the accessibility to getting weapons, on the street.
Yeah, no.
You know,
Yeah, we can start with that one. Because a lot of people say gun laws and gun control and this and that and need more background checks and shit like that. But you gotta understand the people that's getting the guns, that's not supposed to have the guns. It's not doing it the legal way.
they're not going through that.
You feel
They're
me?
not going through no background check
No
at
background
all.
check. So we keep bringing that up. And first off, you bought the gun. How old was he? He's 14. A 14-year-old bought the gun for $200. Who would sell the 14-year-old a gun? You know what I'm saying? I guess someone that needs $200. But that part in itself is crazy. That yeah, they're not doing background checks, bro. They're not going the legal way to get these guns. So all this jazz about trying to get these gun laws and gun control and everything under control is just, I just don't see how it's gonna help. I just don't see where
Yeah,
where the difference is gonna come at. What you think?
yeah, same. I mean, it's you know what I mean. If you can that same thing can happen through the legal way. You know, a lot of situations happen where parents have guns at the house, and I mean, the kid will find it, and something like this will happen. So it's just like it's more just like supervision type shit. Like we gotta, you know, community got to keep our eyes on our, you know what I mean. Take a village. Just got to keep our eyes on the kids and make sure they in the best place and situation they can be in. Because, like you said, none of to me, no law could have stopped this.
No
You know
law
what I
could
mean?
stop
Other
this.
than like
Exactly.
just the parents being kind of just more in tune with what's happening on a day-to-day basis with them. Uh,
Right. You gotta be in tune with your kids' emotions. You feel me? This new generation, they call it gentle parenting or wherever they call it. I think this new generation really needs to ask their kids, more Christians, about how they feel today or how do they feel about their best friend being shot. You know what I'm saying? If
mhm.
you know if your parents was to know how you felt after your best friend got shot, maybe they can get you some therapy or get you some help or prevent things like this because they know, like, yo, he's feeling this type of way, we need to keep an eye on him. Maybe there was red flags, but if parents is always at work or is always busy and you got kids at home, like, must have been by themselves, you know what I'm saying, to have a gun where, and obviously he 14, of course he'd be by himself, but you know what I'm saying. But to and to his sister was the one that was shot. It says 12-year-old sister. So it says that she survived, and it was a neck shot. Was a so lyric is her sister is his sister's name. It says she survived and has undergone 3 surgeries on her neck and vocal cords. And so what I've heard about the story, I guess he was so sad or, depressed about what he's done that he took his own life. And, you know, what you think? Well, let's see. Let's keep reading.